Hello students. So students, in the previous class in the chapter that is microorganisms, we were talking about the useful microorganisms. So you see, we had discussed that in case of a useful microorganism, there are microorganisms which are used for different purpose. Okay, so the microorganism, they are used for making curd. They are also used for making alcoholic beverages, as well as they are used in making bread. So you see that these are used for making the food item. Now this is the commercial use of the microorganism. If we talk about that of the other uses, so we have seen that algae is also used as a edible one, and if we talk about the other, like algae is also used for a toothpaste. So these are the different uses of the microorganism. Now microorganism is also used for medicinal purpose, and we have seen that these microorganisms, especially if you look at the bacteria or fungi, so we have seen the bacteria and fungi, they are used for the preparation of the antibiotics. What is the use of the antibiotics? So you see that antibiotics are used to prevent the disease to a person. So basically, when the disease causing microorganism attack on a person, especially if it is a bacteria or fungus, so these antibiotics has been used to kill the effect or to slow down the process of the bacteria. Okay, so here antibiotics is used to prevent disease from a person, to make a person disease free. So we can say that antibiotics is very useful for the person. Now the question arises, how it is made up of? So it is made up of with the help of the microorganism itself. Yes, the bacteria and the fungi, there are bacteria and fungi which is used for making the antibiotic. And what are the example of the antibiotics? So we have seen streptomycin is there, erythromycin is there, penicillin is there, tetracycline is there. These are the different types of antibiotics that we use to prevent disease from us. After that, student, we were also talking about the another medicinal use of the microorganism, and that is preparation of vaccine. Preparation of vaccine. Okay, so here if we talk about the vaccine, so basically why, okay, antibiotics we use, but what about the vaccination? So vaccination has been given to the child or to a person to prevent the disease in a future, and this vaccine which help a person to make the person free from disease. Actually, it is made up of with the help of the dead or weakened microbes. So these dead and weakened microbe is injected in the body. So at first what happened, when these dead microbes or these weakened microbes enter into the body, at that time immune system, it takes time to recognize the microbe or that of recognize the dead microbe or the weakened microbe. Okay, so at first the immune system try to recognize this. When it recognizes and understands it, then it act on it. It takes little bit time, students, and then you will find that is okay. So the immune system start acting on it and understood that what kind of a microbe and what kind of a protection can the immune system can give to the body against it. This process will take little bit time, and due to which a person may suffer from fever. So you have seen that after vaccination given to the child or after immunization, the child may have fever. So this is the effect that occur due to the microbes. Okay, and what happened after that? Okay, the doctor has injected the dead microbe, the immune system work on it. Now the immune system has recognized the microbe. Okay, so whenever in future the live microbe which is related to the same which was already has been injected in the form of a dead microbe or weakened microbe in the body of a person, the immune system, now it will not going to take much time to recognize it because it already knows about the microbe and what method should be used so that they can kill the effect of the microbe. So in the future, the attack of these microbes can be prevented with our immune system. So this is basically the vaccine role, or this is basically what the vaccination mean here and why vaccination is important. Okay, so let me write the definition of the vaccine again and then we will move. So vaccine is what? It is a special type of a medicine. A special type of medicine which prevent or we can say which provide protection. Which provides protection and increases the immunity. It increases the immunity against a particular disease. Okay, so vaccine is what? It is a special type of a medicine which basically provide protection and increases the immunity against a particular disease. Okay, so any kind of a disease, a special disease, or we can say any of the particular disease can be prevented or can be protected by increasing our immunity. How? By taking a proper vaccination, by taking a proper vaccine. So that is why we are saying that vaccine is what? It is a special type of a medicine that provides protection and increases the immunity against any kind of a disease here. Okay, now how this vaccine is made up of, so we will write, we already knew about it, let me write it again, that is vaccine for a disease, for a particular disease is made of weakened or dead microbe. Okay, so basically it is prepared with the help of a weakened or that of the dead microbe. They are responsible for the preparation of this vaccine. Okay, now what happened when it is introduced in a healthy person? When it is introduced in a healthy person, how it is introduced? Either by swallowing, you have heard about the drops, as well as through injection also. Okay, so either by swallowing or through injection, either through swallowing or through injection, what happened? The body, it start producing antibodies. Antibodies against the disease. Okay, so we can say then when it is introduced in a healthy person, either through injection or through by giving the drops, by swallowing it, what will happen? The immune system becomes active, and that active immune system start producing the antibodies, and these antibodies usually fight with that of the microbes which has been introduced into the body. Okay. Now, when these antibodies it is produced by the immune system to fight with that of the microbes, they used to fight and they kill the effect of the microorganism. But these antibodies, they remain present in our body even in the future, and they prevent from these or such kind of microbes which can cause that particular disease by killing them in the future also. So we can say that these antibodies will remain present in our body to protect us from future attack of that microorganism. Okay. Now these antibodies remain in the body of a healthy person, and protect the body. Will better not to write it, remain in the body and protect. Okay, so these antibodies remain in the body and protect the body from future attack. The body from future attack by the same microbe. So you can see here, students, that we can see that when it is introduced in the healthy person, then antibodies at that time they fight with that microbes and they kill the microbes, that weakened microbe or that dead microbe which has been introduced to our body with the help of the injection or through swallowing that. And this antibodies becomes when the vaccination occur, when the vaccine is introduced in the body, at that time our immune system becomes active and they start producing antibodies, and these antibodies they fight against the microbe. Now these antibodies will remain in the body even in the future also, so that in future if these microbes, it means if the same microbe for that antibodies has been released, so for the same microbe, this antibody remain in the body to prevent us from the future attack can caused by a live microbes. Okay, so here the dead microbes is introduced so that the immune system can recognize it, so that the immune system can produce the antibodies for that particular microbe. Okay. Now, when the live microbe will be attack the body, at that time these antibodies remain in the body and it will help us to prevent from that microbe. Okay. Now, what are the different examples, students, in which different types of a disease in which we take the vaccination? So you see, smallpox is there, polio is there, tuberculosis is there, tetanus is there, diphtheria is there. These are what? These are the examples. So we can write it. Some common disease are polio, smallpox, cholera, polio is there, smallpox is there, hepatitis, typhoid is there, hepatitis is there, etc. are prevented by vaccination. Okay, prevented through vaccination. So there are a lot of diseases which can be prevented through vaccine by the process of vaccination, and these will help in protecting the body from the future attack of the microbe. Okay, so you can see here, student, here we had discussed about the medicinal uses of the microorganism, in which the first one we have seen that how antibodies are there and how antibodies help in preventing any kind of attack from the microbes which can affect our body. The second thing that we have seen, that is vaccination. So taking a vaccine can protect our body. So we can say that medicinal uses is the use of the microbe for preparing antibiotics as well as for the vaccination purpose also. Now we have seen the commercial use, we have seen other uses, we have seen the medicinal uses. Now in the same thing, in the medicinal, what are the different uses of the different microbes? So as we have seen in case of a commercial uses, we have seen that there are microbes which are used for different purpose. So let us see in the medicinal uses what are the other uses of this microorganism. So other uses, students. So first one is the bacteria. Okay. So bacteria and yeast are used for making the yeast for vitamin B complex. Bacteria and yeast are used for making the vitamin B complex. Vitamin B complex. Now insulin also, students. So insulin is also obtained from bacteria. Also obtained from bacteria. Now what is the use of insulin? It is used for diabetic person. Okay, so other uses are bacteria and yeast is there. These are used for making the vitamin B complex. Vitamin B is very important for us. So for making vitamin B complex, bacteria and yeast are used. Insulin is what? It is used for the diabetic person and it is obtained from the bacteria. So it can also be, although insulin also releases, but here if we talk that it can be obtained from the bacteria and which is used for diabetic person who is having diabetes. So this is the other uses, other medicinal uses of the microorganism. So in spite of this antibiotics and that of the vaccine, it is also used for making vitamin B complex as well as insulin. Now let us see the other uses, students, and that is the agriculture uses. So we have seen the medicinal uses. Now let us try to understand that how it is used in the agriculture uses. Agricultural uses. So you see, students, if we talk about the agricultural uses, so basically there are bacteria like rhizobium is there, nitrobacter is there, nitrosomonas is there, and blue-green algae is there. So these are some of the microorganisms which help in fixing the nitrogen. Okay, so they help in increasing the fertility of the soil by fixing the nitrogen in the soil in the root nodules of the plant. That is why we can say that they can be used for the agriculture purpose also. Okay, so we can write it that blue-green algae and bacteria like rhizobium help in fixing the nitrogen and enrich the soil. It enriched the soil, which increases the fertility of the soil. Okay, which increases the fertility of the soil. So here we have seen that the blue-green algae and the rhizobium bacteria, it help in fixing the nitrogen. Now, we are continuously saying that it help in fixing the nitrogen which help in enriching the soil fertility. Now, we are knowing that nitrogen is actually present in an atmosphere in abundance. Okay, so let us talk about it, how the nitrogen is fixed and what is we can say that what is the importance of that. Okay, so this one we have seen about that how the blue-green algae and that of the rhizobium bacteria help in fixing the nitrogen. Now let us see about the nitrogen fixation. Nitrogen fixation. Now students, we are knowing that in our atmosphere means 78% of our atmosphere is covered with the gas, and that is nitrogen gas. So we can say that in our atmosphere nitrogen is present in a maximum amount, okay, compared to the other gases. Although the oxygen is also there, but it is 21% only, so which is far less than that of the nitrogen. So although the nitrogen is present in a much amount, in a much percentage, but even we are not able to consume it. Okay, so total 78% of a nitrogen is there, but we cannot take it directly. Neither the plant nor the animals, both of them are not able to consume the nitrogen directly. They are not able to take the nitrogen directly. Okay, but every living organism, they need nitrogen. So how they will take the nitrogen? So they will take the nitrogen in the form of a nitrate. So nitrogen they cannot take, but they can consume nitrate. So there must be some medium which help in converting the nitrogen into the nitrate. Yes, there are microorganisms which help in doing so. So microorganism, bacteria like that of the rhizobium is there, nitrobacter is there, nitrosomonas is there. We will discuss about all these things, that is rhizobium, role of nitrobacter or nitrosomonas in the next class, in the class 9. Let me tell you one thing, that rhizobium is a bacteria which is present in the leguminous plant, in legumes, and where in the root, in the form of a root nodule. So we can say that in the root nodules these bacteria are present, and their role is to take the nitrogen from the atmosphere and fixes it in the form of a nitrate. Okay, so they help in converting the nitrogen to nitrate, which can be used by the plant. Now plant has taken the nitrogen. Now when the animals or the human beings, they take these plants, they will also get the nitrate. So we get nitrogen, we get nitrate from that of the plant, and plants, they get it through the microorganism which is present in their root nodules. Now these nitrate is also present in the soil, so we can say that they help in fixing the nitrate in the soil and help in enriching the soil through nitrogen, because nitrogen is present in the soil, so we can say it help in increasing the fertility by increasing the percentage of a nitrogen in the soil. Now when this nitrate has been used by the plant or by the animals, so you see these animals, they used to excrete, and the excreta consisting of a urea, uric acid, ammonia, and even when the plant and the animal died, so these nitrogen will mixes, this nitrate is mixes in the soil. Now one bacteria is there which help in converting the nitrogen to nitrate. There is a bacteria which help in converting the nitrate into the nitrogen again, and that kind of a bacteria is known as a denitrifying bacteria. Example is Pseudomonas. Okay, so Pseudomonas is a bacteria which help in converting the nitrate to the nitrogen. So you see here, it is a kind of a cycle which is going on. First nitrogen, from nitrogen to the bacteria which converted into nitrate. Now nitrate has been used by the plant and the animals, and when these animal and the plant died, these nitrate which mixes in the soil is get converted to the nitrogen again with the help of a denitrifying bacteria. Let me tell you one more thing, that nitrogen fixation can also be carried out through atmosphere, and that is called as atmospheric nitrogen fixation. So this can be done either with the help of the lightning process or through industries also. So industries and the lightning, it help in fixing the nitrogen. So we have seen that the nitrogen cannot be taken directly, but it can be fixed into the nitrate, which can be used further by the living organisms. So we can write it each and everything in the point, and then we will discuss about the nitrogen cycle also. Then this concept will be understood to you people. Okay. Now you see here, student, nitrogen is present in the atmosphere in the form of gas, in the form of gases, and the percentage is 78%. Okay, so it is in the form of a gas in the 78%. Okay, what is this role? So we can say it plays a vital role, plays a vital role in the formation of amino acid, and the formation of amino acid, then protein, and nucleic acid. When we talk about the nucleic acid, student, here we are talking about the DNA and that of the RNA. So it is also used for making protein, for making nucleic acid or amino acid. Okay. Now these are essential for the living beings, which are essential for living beings. Okay, so we can say that the formation of amino acid, protein, nucleic acid is there, and it is very essential for the living organism.